Kate, good morning. I have a teenager,
Hi.
a 14-year-old teenager.
I don't feel any older.
Good morning to her. Happy birthday. Again and again and again.
Thank you.
We kind of celebrated last night.
Yeah.
And she's been having little cake dates with people. So she's had lots of little birthday this is and that's. But today is the actual day as of what, 2 a.m.?
2:21.
2:21.
Thank you.
I remember your mom actually asking the doctor, is there any way we could just write 222? Because 222, like, they wouldn't have it. They wouldn't have it. They wouldn't have it.
Fine, we need like 30 more seconds.
But your mom's numbering, her numerology, she wanted all twos. Didn't work out. What are you gonna do? Let's get this floor close. The doctor wouldn't let them change the numbers. So you can't come this late and then ask 20 questions. We're going to go back and say hello to the chat. We got Legion of Comics here this morning. Good morning to you, Mark. How are you doing? Happy holidays. We got Perry Comics with a $14 super chat, a birthday super chat. So let's see what we got for him. Let's see some of the ones. Oh, he likes this guy.
Wow, a super chat. Thank you.
I know he likes this guy.
Oh, wow, a super chat? Oh, man, thanks so much. But, watch out what you encourage around this place.
And let's see. How about this one?
We got this city on rockin'. Meow.
Alrighty. So there we go. And we had Charlie joining us here. Good morning, Charlie. Thank you, Perry, for the super chat. We got Hydra Collectible saying, does someone say a birthday? Yeah. Her birthday. It's Simon R. saying, good morning. How are we doing today? Ariel, of course, right behind him. Good morning to you both. Big Will has arrived saying happy birthday. He has a big auction going on tomorrow on his channel. So if you want to snag some slabs, some raws, some books, he's got some bangers. And he has the videos up online already to let you know. JP saying happy birthday and good morning to us all. And hello to me. Yes. Hi. Got John Big Daddy Ross. What's going on? Magic Lasso saying his theme song, Kate and Charlie Show, grab a bagel. We got bagels. Plus pet a beagle and watch the Kate and Charlie Show. Guest starring RJ as Pop Pop. Yeah, Pop Pop was here last night for dinner. We had him over for a Kate date. What is that? Battle 66 Delta. Good morning to you. And Battle Panda, good morning. Old Wolf in the chat. What is going on, Tony? How you doing? Flashpoint, Michael's in the chat. Good morning to you and your family. How's it going? Steven, good morning. He says happy birthday to Kate. Look at all the birthday wishes. Oop. And Kate's favorite emoji dropping in the chat. There's Pop Pop. The man, the myth, the legend.
Thank you, Pop.
Got Katie Kaboom in the chat. Good morning to you, Katie. How you doing? Right? Nice to have a birthday on a
Saturday.
holiday weekend. You got like 5-day weekend.
Always will get a week off.
Yeah, your birthday is almost always a vacation day. Very rarely would it fall on a school day, I would imagine.
Yeah.
All right. We got JG in here. Good morning to you, my Van Halen friend. We got Southern Comic Geek Jason with a $2 super chat. Let's grab a branding for him. How about this one? I think you were like 3 or 4 in that video. 3 or 4.
10 years ago.
It was a while ago. It was a long while ago. Gore Vidal says, Feliz cumpleaños. What are you reading, Kate? We will definitely get into that book.
Mm-hmm.
You want to share the front cover? She's reading It. Scary Clowns. Scary Clowns, y'all. Scary Clowns.
I'm going to go back to...
I know. Jennifer, Comic Books Will Break Your Heart is here, which means Charlie can start eating her bagel. It's bagel time. Not hungry yet? All right. Lots of birthday wishes going on here. Big Will says his birthday's like that too, September 1st. Not often a school day back when I was a kid. But I know now with schools starting in August, maybe less so. So good morning to you all. Happy Saturday. Hope you had a nice holiday break here. I know a lot of people are off, not having to work right now. Obviously, it's a Saturday, but I mean like Thursday and Friday, perhaps even Wednesday. We got a ton of comics in here. The girls and I have watched one of the Hawkeye episodes, so we might talk a little bit about episode 1, but I'm sorry we have not watched episode 2 yet. It's just been busy things. Birthdays, family gatherings,
Cousins.
sleepovers. Yeah, it's been hard to pack in that second hour, but we do have plans to try to watch it this weekend. Fingers crossed. So we'll get into maybe some Hawkeye episode 1 discussion talks going on here. Battle Panda says birthday bagels on them today. What is happening? Let's do this one. And then let's see.
Mom called the doctor. The doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed.
No more monkeys jumping on the bed. And then let's see, we got, which ones haven't we done? Oh, we haven't done this one yet.
Me party. A party for myself. I'm having a me party. And I need nobody else.
I need nobody else. Me, it's a we party today though. We're all hanging out together. What kind of cake did you have last night? We did little mini cakes.
Today.
Yeah, but yesterday we had little for the
Yesterday we had little like bundt cakes.
Yeah, little mini like individual.
They were like cupcakes basically.
Basically like a cupcake.
They were so cute. I had.
And you went with the.
And she had apple pie.
Ooh, and apple pie.
I had 2 of the cupcakes.
2 of the
An apple
cupcakes
pie.
and an apple pie.
I had 3.
An 1/8 of the apple
I had 3 of the little cake.
pie.
An
Mashed
eighth.
potato.
An eighth. That's the math. We mathed it out.
I had 2.5 cupcakes.
I had. What flavor did I have?
You started with the one that was like raspberry or something.
Raspberry and white chocolate chips, and then I also had the vanilla
Well,
and chocolate.
Yeah.
Vanilla and chocolate.
I had the
Can't really see you there, but I think we can hear you.
I had what was the first one I had?
Did you have the one that was in the blend? The
No, that
chocolate
was
and
cake.
vanilla?
That was cake.
Oh, okay.
What was the first one?
Good morning to you, Discovery
Oh.
Bay. I got my my baby Groot's skull mug going here. I know you're a big fan of getting that coffee going in the morning.
It was-
JP says he's listening to us while he's putting up Christmas lights. I was going to try to trick the girls into putting away our Halloween decoration stuff so that we can get out some Christmas stuff and maybe decorate a little bit this weekend. We'll see. I thought you could enjoy doing it. Mom and I are so busy this weekend. I don't think we'll be able to get to it, but you could help us out. Jennifer says, have all the cake. All the cake. I know you're siding with Auntie Jennifer on this already. So do you remember which ones you had?
I had confetti,
Confetti.
and then I had half of the red velvet,
Red velvet.
and half of a lemon,
And half of a lemon. Oh my
and
gosh.
then I had half red velvet,
My goodness gracious. Yeah, you ate a bunch of stuff.
and then I had pie.
And then follow that with pie. Because
But I didn't finish my pie. I only ate like this much of it because then I gave it the rest to Kate.
Simon R doing the Christmas lights too. Oh, you shared with Kate. That's nice. Well mentioning that Battle 66 Delta has been doing these giveaway boxes. If you haven't seen one, go over to our buddy Matt Wood's comics channel. He's got a really great channel. He's on Reggie Collect's show from time to time, but Matt Woods is an awesome guy. And he just unboxed one of the very first Veterans Day project boxes. Really, really cool project organized by this gentleman and his wife. They are an amazing team. They've organized a bunch of community members to give gifts to the veterans in our community. And they're moving to include people like first responders, doctors, nurses, all these great people that serve our communities. Really, really amazing.
Her real name is Catherine.
Catherine, yes. But anyways, I was kind of in the middle of thanking Battle 66 for sending that gift package to Matt Woods, a really great community member. Charlie made a card for him that I wrote inside of, and he held that up in the video. But really, really awesome project. Really, really too cool. So if you don't know Matt Woods, spelled just the way you think, comics, you can search him on YouTube and find his channel. He's an awesome guy. What's up, Alec? How's it going, man? Good to see you this morning. Charlie did have all the cakes. I mean, she's doing it. Go the way of my grandpa, keep the lights up year round, and plug it in on December 11th and unplug in January. I mean, that is not a bad way to go. We do need to get our gear together around here because we still have, I think the garage is blocked currently with Halloween stuff that hasn't been put away yet. And then we need to put that away so we can get out all the Christmas stuff. It's a whole debacle.
Luckily, there's no like decorations for New Year, really.
Right. And there were a few things we got out for Thanksgiving, but really it's just like the pumpkins we didn't carve for Halloween. That's pretty much it. A couple of, ears of dried corn and things like that. So yeah, it's a birthday Thanksgiving weekend around here. We got some new comic books. Kate got a new book and she's already, what page number? 350 pages into it. Sadly, that only makes it about a quarter of the way done because it is an epic tome. But we were talking last night at dinner with my dad and my mom about Stephen King a little bit. It's been a bit of a topic of conversation in our household the last couple of weeks because Kate's getting to the age now where she wants to try dabbling in horror a little bit or reading some scarier books. And who better than Stephen King? And so the book she chose when she went shopping the other day with a good friend was It. That's right. She's got it. You got it. Yeah, baby. She's got it. And there you go. Yeah. So she is reading her first Stephen King book and she went all in on It. So she's enjoying it. Definitely scary. Perry's back. He dropped a video reacting to Event Horizon, another really scary book. But just be aware, Kate's now diving into the same horror world a little bit. She's never really done it. And I think Stranger Things was like the tipping point where she was like, oh, it's not so bad. Like this is it can be fun to be scared within the safe confines of the movie or the show or whatever.
But also been a little far.
Please stop.
And also what?
Stop. She does this every time, and it's so annoying.
It's fine to have crushes on people.
It's not.
I have crushes on lots of actors and actresses. Well, how do you think I made it through Gilmore Girls?
Yeah, but she
Those ladies are smoking hot. It's just the way it works. Like Lauren Graham all day. I'm Lauren Graham all day.
Plus Paul Rudd's in there.
Paul Rudd is not on that one, but he is in something else.
Oh yeah, whatever. It's like the whatever edition.
The whatever.
Clueless. That's what I meant.
All right, there you go. Let's see here. Hydra says it's been a long time since he's read anything by Stephen King. There you go. Event Horizon is freaky and fun. I agree. Robert, the G-Spot Galvin, has a show tonight. So if you're not subscribed to Robert, you should check him out. He is definitely going to be doing something fun this evening. Really just sort of ringing in the holidays. He's got an open invite show. I'm excited to watch. I don't know if I'll be able to join, but I'll definitely be in the chat. Battle 66 bringing up Dean Koontz, which is another one of my mom's favorites. So she was like, when I was a kid, it was always King and Koontz. Like she was always reading those writers' stuff. I was more of a fantasy book reader, some sci-fi, but certainly fantasy. He has a huge crush on Storm. Fact, I do. Jeff Goldblum is amazing. And yeah, I know that Perry just watched Jurassic Park for the first time, which I don't know how you missed Jurassic Park. That's like one of the biggest movies ever.
Yeah, I'm
calling sus on that. Is that what you're saying?
That's sus.
But you did a good reaction to that. Jeff Goldblum makes that movie. He's so good in it. Crushes on comic book characters. Let's go. Everyone has a crush on Paul Rudd is a true statement. This is a true statement.
He won Handsomest Man Alive this year.
I mean, I do.
I don't think it was
Um,
Nancy's.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So Kate read that book in the graphic novel form
But it
as
had
part of
the
her
original
English.
text.
Yeah, the original text, but it wasn't complete, right? It was abridged.
It was most of it.
Yeah. So she's read that story in her English class this year. Jennifer says she has all the crushes, all the cake and all the crushes. You got both, all the cake and all the crushes. Mad Spidey is here. What's going on, my man? How's it going today? Let's see here. Did I miss anybody? Just a Rican. What is going on? Rod. William Shatner. I mean, he can get it. Let's just be honest. Like
Who's William Shatner?
Captain Kirk. The original Captain Kirk from the original show. The one who was always losing his shirt and kissing some little green lady alien person. Right? Kuntz and Stephen King. Great. Obviously, yes, and Weiss and Hickman's Dragonlance. I read that. I read the daylights out of that when I was a kid. That whole Dragonlance. See, this is why we get along. Elias and I, we get along because of that right there. That's what it is. It's a common language. Oh, and he mentioned Storm being smoking. I mean, look, see, simpatico. Paul Rudd only won this year because I didn't enter the competition. I mean, there you go. Big facts. So if you have any favorite Stephen King recommendations, I was going to try to get Kate to try out some of like different seasons or Carrie. I thought those would be ones that Kate would dig as well as obviously
Carrie.
It.
I can't hide.
They're scary. If you think you can handle scary, then yeah, you can be down. So nobody's mentioned it yet. So I'm going to mention the theme for the comic books today is these are all issue number 14s.
Oh.
Every single comic book I put up to decorate for today is issue number 14. So from one of my favorite Art Germ covers of Catwoman to one of the great David Mack runs on Daredevil to the origin of Thanos or to the Cosmic Ghost Rider. I got Once and Future. I got Philadelphia. Something's Killing the Children. Jason Aaron's Thor. Looks like it got a little bit bright. I got Die. I got the Diner issue of Zdarsky's Daredevil. I got the original Spider-Man run, McFarlane era with Morbius. Avengers number 14, the Avengers issue number 14. Daredevil from the original run, issue 14. And then my personal favorite is X-Men issue 14. That's the first appearance of the Sentinels. The first time the killer purple robots show up to fight is here in issue number 14 of X-Men. So there's my theme today. Is everybody gets an issue 14, which was really hard to find. That many copies. A lot of comics these days stop at 12.
I know.
And then they sell you a book. So 14 is always a tricky one.
No, I have not, Big Will.
Can I try some of your tea?
A Study in Emerald is a take on Sherlock Holmes mixed with a horror novel. So he's investigating something that's paranormal, right? Needful Things. There's a great one. Look, two people talking about that as a great Stephen King one. Cujo. I personally with Perry, I think you'd like Carrie. The book Carrie has to do with a girl in high school being picked on. They've made 2 movie versions, and that's one of his. I think that would be a very relatable, great book. Let's see here. Rod likes the Cujo. Battle Delta is mentioning Dreamcatcher. It's got aliens and stuff, right? I don't see anybody else yet. I got Daredevil up there, Rod. Come on now. 2 Daredevil books. I thought it was a fun theme. I was like, hey, let's do that one. Cat's Eye. Ooh, that's a good one, Robert. There you go. Morning to Lefty. How you doing this morning, my man? Look, Charlie's got a little doggy. See a little doggy? Gremlins. We've never watched Gremlins. What a great horror Christmas movie.
We watched it today.
It's got like cute little guys, but like creepy little puppet monsters that like kill people.
Okay.
That's a great Christmas one. Maybe we should try to make time for that.
Let's do that for Christmas.
Perry with the comment. There you go. That's a great one.
No, we always watch Alfred.
JP says, always love that decision. Make them fight killer robots and then make them pink and purple, right? The pink and purple theme in X-Men across every issue from the beginning to now. It's amazing. Pink and purple, the function of that color inside of the X-Men universe. I've really been discovering it in great detail doing that show with Justin every Tuesday. So there you go. Something to think about. Pink and purple as the X colors almost. All right. So Charlie, let's talk about some comics. And I don't know if you read any of these. Did you end up reading the Death of Doctor Strange, the new issue? Then should I give that to you to read? So this was issue 3. And I had this great Doctor Doom cover. And I was like, you know what? I got to read this. In this issue, we get to see Doctor Strange, the new version, right? So if you haven't been reading The Death of Doctor Strange, the idea is Stephen Strange was murdered. And who could solve the mystery of the murder of Stephen Strange better than Stephen Strange? He had like splintered a fraction of himself and placed it in a time block, basically, in some dimension, so that when he died, it would come back and solve the crime. So we have an alternate version of Stephen Strange who has not been around for the last 20 years coming into play to solve the mystery of what happened to Stephen Strange. This issue begins with the autopsy, where they are looking at his body to figure out what happened to him. And Stephen is watching his own autopsy. It's very surreal, but really, really great.
He's probably just thinking I could do that better than you.
He does have some judgment. It's Jane Foster from the Thor run, who is the doctor who is performing the autopsy for him. So he's having a conversation with Jane Foster about it. But really, really great. I've been enjoying the Death of Doctor Strange. I think it's been a lot of fun. I'm trying to remember the creative team. Who's writing this one, Charlie? It's Jed McKay, and artist is Lee Garbett. I don't know either one of them, but I've been really enjoying it. And it looks like Robert's with me on that. I think it's been a fun throwback to Stephen Strange from the past. Baron Mordo has been coming into this. Wong has been in there. There's been a lot of good references to classic Doctor Strange kind of stuff. So I've been kind of into it. It's flying under the radar. Not a lot of people talking about it, but it's been a good joy. And I know Charlie is with me on that. I'm not trying to spoil anything. I'm not trying to spoil anything here. I will say the mystery leads Doctor Strange to discover where the Eye of Agamotto necklace and where the cloak of levitation have gone. He can't track the murderer, but he can track these two items. So that's where the mystery takes him in this issue. Very exciting. And again, a lot of great guest stars. Basically the entire Avengers team, Black Panther, Thor, Captain America, they all guest star in this issue. Really, really cool. So I like that one a lot. Let's jump back into the chat here. Mad Spidey says Die Hard is his favorite Christmas movie of all time. I mean, I'm an It's a Wonderful Life guy, but Die Hard is top 3. Absolutely. That is definitely up there. And it beats Miracle on 34th Street for me. I have less affection for that movie than I do It's a Wonderful Life and Die Hard. I don't know what would round out the top 3. I'd have to really think on it. There's so many good ones. Obviously, Christmas Story is a classic. And I'm a big fan of Christmas Carol, the novel. And the many adaptations like the Muppet Christmas Carol are really kind of fun adaptations of that story. Scrooged with Bill Murray. It's a great movie. There's too many good Christmas movies. It's really hard to narrow that list. And then, of course, actually, you know what would round it out? Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation would probably be the third one.
Is Chevy Chase one of the 3 amigos?
He is one of the 3 amigos. He plays Dusty Bottoms. Big Will says, dyslexia, can't do novels, lost on mentioning books until there's a comic movie or Twilight Zone. Yeah, I mean, most of Stephen King's best books have been adapted at this point, I feel like. So that you can definitely catch them that way. I don't think I've read Stephen King's It since I was in high school. So that one I read a long time ago. I do not remember it distinctly. But yeah. Gremlins is a classic. I agree. Let's see here. National Lampoon's Vacation. There it is. Christmas Vacation is a great movie. I think it's a lot of fun, and they're only on issue 3. They're not being like spec'd on, so you probably can still find them at your shop. What is up, Eric? Azor's Tiger, my man. What is up? Cheers to you, sir. Sorry, I missed some of the chat. Looks like people are agreeing. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. See, I need to rewatch that with the girls. Jingle All the Way, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas movie. They're into Arnold. You know, the Kindergarten Cop went over really well. They liked Kindergarten Cop a ton. Twins went over well. What's up, Bronze Page? Are we ready for these Christmas movie marathons? It's too early for me, but once the house gets decorated, then I can feel it. The problem is once I decorate the house, my shows move to a different room in the house. And so you're going to get a different setting for a month while the house is in Christmas mode. Ooh, and there's a great top 5 as well. Big Daddy Ross mentioning Elf. Great movie. Super good. Did Ross come in here? We're over 9,000. What is up, Super Russ? 9,000, my man. How you doing, sir? I mean, that's what sparked the conversation, absolutely. And underrated, underappreciated would be Lethal Weapon, right? Another good Christmassy action drama. So underappreciated, I think. It would make top 10 for me, but I don't know if it cracked the top 5. I haven't heard of Klaus. Interesting. Oh, Home Alone. Rod with the Home Alone. That is a really good. That might crack the top 5 for me, Rod. That's a really good one. Yeah, you'll shoot your eye out, kid. That would be right there in that 6 to 4 range somewhere. Christmas Carol, really great movie. Oh yeah, there's just that we were talking a little bit the other day about how there's like this wealth of Christmas movies, but this like tiny little sliver of Thanksgiving movies, with obviously Planes, Trains, and Automobiles as number 1. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, phenomenal movie. Let's see, what else did I read this week? I mean, everybody else is complaining about it. I guess I can complain about Hulk. Not a good book. I didn't care for it. I just feel like it was a little weird, and not in the good Immortal Hulk way. I don't know. I might give it a second issue. I can't decide how I feel about this Donny Cates on Hulk thing. It was better than Ewing and Ron V on Venom for me. So in that way, better movie or better book, but and I get that, Eric. I totally get that. It's why I sat out Donny Cates' Thor. It was because I was still enjoying the Jason Aaron Thor, and I didn't want the Donny Cates. So I get it. I still get it. Little Home Alone love there. Good morning to you, Michael and Riley. Thank you for coming by. So my dad does have the leg lamp up, and I think I got a picture of it the other night.
Already has it up?
Yeah, he's already got it.
Right. Pop-Up has the leg lamp from up.
Yeah, here it is.
From up, sorry.
There it is in his window. I mean, it's hard to see, but like there it is. My dad's got the leg lamp happening. That's my dad's house. Go Pop. He's got the leg lamp rocking. Krampus is a dark one. There you go. There you go. Let's see here. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a phenomenal movie. Let's see here. Go ahead and complain. Rod's like, I haven't read it. You can complain all you want. Scary Movie 2 might have been a Thanksgiving movie. I have no idea. After watching the first one, I didn't need a second one. I was all good. Okay, JP says Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, Die Hard, It's a Wonderful Life, and Home Alone. I mean, that's a solid 5. And I would say my top 3 are in there. So I'm not gonna argue anything on that list. That's a solid list. Let's see. He says Home Alone, when watching with my dad to this day, he still laughs the first time he's ever seen it. Like it's the first time. I mean, that's great. You know, right there, Sniffles?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry, Sniffles. And the microphone's like right next to her, so sorry about that. We got Sleepy Reader. What is going on, my man? Good morning to you. I mean, I have nostalgia for Miracle on 34th Street. I just don't care for it as much as some of those other ones. They always mean a little bit more to me. Modern Family Thanksgiving episode. Yeah, there's a lot of great TV Thanksgiving episodes. Like the Friends Thanksgiving episodes were always the best ones. Hilarity ensued on those. Those were very entertaining. Simon R with the super chat. Yeah. I have no knowledge of that. I don't remember. I'm going to play. Let's see what we got here. Let's start with... there's so many good choices. Let's start with this one.
Go, well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold back anymore. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Right in the noggin.
Hey?
Riley. I'm petting Riley. I can hear it in your voice. I'm petting Riley.
Yeah.
Hello to the White Tiger and Ruben Guzman. And I will agree with Battle Delta that Snoopy and the Red Baron Christmas. I mean, the Charlie Brown holiday episodes always great. Although obviously it's hard to beat.
We own them.
The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown is kind of like top notch. Rod with a super chat. What is happening here? You guys are crazy. This is too much. We'll give Rod a little Darth Vader. How's that?
I really don't like when you're doing that.
But I'm the bad guy. I'm supposed to destroy everything.
But I don't do that. I just save people. And I make stuff for them.
I don't think that sounds very evil.
Doesn't sound very evil. How about some slides? What is up, TM Nerdy, my man? Good to see you, Travis. How you doing, man? Yes, the Rankin and Bass. So those are the guys that do the claymation ones, right? They do the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right? The one when it's like he tries to cover his nose with the charcoal. You remember those, like the little claymation ones? And they do, what's the other one? There's like the Island of Misfit Toys is in the Rudolph one. Those are classics, absolutely. So good. Let's see here. Favorite two are Rudolph and the Grinch. Yeah, the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, right? So good. All right, Kate, birthday girl. Let's hear a little review of the first 360 pages of it. So I'll hold the book. You talk for a little bit. Tell us what you're thinking now. You've been waiting to really read. You tried it out at school in the school library. Now you're into it.
School library. A friend let me borrow.
Oh, okay. Now you're into it. What do you think?
It's really good. There's parts where I'm it's kind of boring because there's so much description,
Okay.
and I have to reread certain parts because I just didn't focus on it. But then it's mostly the adult parts. I want to just get back to when they were children because it's so much more interesting to see them all meet and interact with. Yes, that's the word.
For the first time.
Yeah, for the first time, and it's super interesting to watch them every day.
And I will say the book and the two different, because they've made the miniseries for TV, and then they made the two films recently.
Mm-hmm.
Suffer from the same problem, which is that the adult storyline is not nearly as impactful and interesting as the kids storyline.
Yeah.
And the stuff with the kids, the first half is just, it has so much layering and so much meaning that the adult section can't possibly match it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's his books anyways. They always kind of like have a great ending, great idea, interesting
ending?
characters. Sorry, beginning. And then they sort of peter out at the ending a little bit. Kind of like at the end a little bit. Yeah, It for Christmas, right, Sleepy Reader? Nothing says Christmas like It.
I feel like
Look
I'll
at those
finish
holiday
it by
colors.
It. I feel
What?
like I'll finish it by It.
You're
Not
gonna
by
well, you're
Christmas.
already at like a third or a quarter of the way through it, and you've only had it for like 3 days. I have a feeling you'll be done pretty early into December. I'm not very worried about that. Chillmonger, what's going on? Chillmonger is here because everyone has been a kid. Not everyone can relate to the adults. That is definitely part of it, for sure. Absolutely agree. Ooh, Simon R's got his Christmas movies. It's a Wonderful Life. Bishop's Wife, appreciated film. Cary Grant. That's an old Cary Grant movie. Classic. They remade it with Denzel Washington as the preacher's wife. I think is what they called the remake. Christmas Carol. Ooh, the classic. Shop Around the Corner. We just watched that recently. The James Stewart movie, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Where they work in the shop and they remade it as You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And it happened on Fifth Avenue I've never heard of. So I'm going to have to look for that one. That's the only one I haven't heard of on there. But we just watched, Charlie and I don't know if, did you watch a little bit of it?
didn't.
Of the Shop Around the Corner, the James
So
Stewart
good.
film that later became the Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks movie, You've Got Mail. They're similar, but not like identical, but very similar,
No.
based on the same concept in some ways. Let's see here. Stephen King's novellas are Sleepy Reader's favorites. And we've talked a little bit about different seasons being so great. The one and only Caroline, Lady Fantastic, is in the chat. I think she's super close to 600 subscribers, like really close. So if you haven't tried checking out her channel, please get over there and just hang out. Lady F always dropping great content, always doing fun live streams. So thank you for coming by, Caroline.
Where's like the two YouTubers? I haven't seen them in so long.
Yeah.
I see Sharon on Instagram more. I think she's just been so busy with everything lately. Oh, so Charlie, you finished Doctor Strange. What did you think? Third issue?
Good.
It was good. Some fun twists at the end.
Kind of, yeah. I don't know the guy at the end.
Well, that's because the actor in the movie is very different than the book. So I'll explain that later. You know the character, but he doesn't look the same. So I'll explain it later. Don't worry about it. Let's see here. Sorry, did I click on this? I think Robert says happy birthday to Kate and another trip around the sun.
Thank you.
Whoop, whoop, around the sun.
One thing I like was like Richie and Beverly's interactions are really funny.
Richie's the one who's always the joker. He's the class clown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. So he starts talking in this accent. He's like, "Don't whoop me. I'll see Gwynta," something random. And then Beverly's like, "Richie," and then he just casually just keeps talking in his normal
Yeah,
accent.
he changes accents
just-
and voices, right?
It's so funny to be like, "Oh, I see Richie. I like him too. We all built a dam down the Barren stuff a couple of days ago." Like he just continues in the conversation. It's so funny. And then yeah, watching them interact is very funny.
Mad Spider. Beep, beep.
Beep beep Richie.
Beep, beep, Richie.
They just used that for the first time a few pages in the future, but
Yep.
yeah.
So who are your favorite characters then?
Richie.
Richie and Beverly?
Richie,
this point?
Bill and Beverly.
Richie, Bill,
I
and
really
Beverly.
like Bill. He's probably my favorite.
All right.
Yeah.
And is it Bill who lost his brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bill is kind of the main character. If you had to
Yeah.
pick one, it's
He's
Bill.
the leader of the group too. He's
Yeah.
basically the main character.
Right.
And they also just got called the Losers Club for the first time.
Mm. Yep. There's a bullying element to this as well. But the idea is that it is not just a being, but that it also has like energy that it sends out into the community and it's affecting the people that live near it. So
Yeah.
that they become the worst versions of themselves. It
Mhm.
like feeds off of
It's
the
like a mood
negativity.
changer.
Yeah. It's totally a mood changer, right?
But like Can I talk? Is that okay?
Yeah,
Like
go ahead.
Charlie? Is that okay? I won't say anything like scary. But we're kind of at that part where like Ben and Richie or Bill and Richie are like figuring out maybe this isn't just some random
It's
dude
not
who's
random.
killing people.
Right, but maybe something
Maybe-
supernatural.
And Richie's like, this is a monster, dude. This is not like some regular serial killer. So that was really creepy. And I was like, yes, finally. But yeah, I was like really invested in it.
Ooh, Lady Fantastic. Yeah, Ghostbusters 2 has the pink ooze that affects people the same way, right? If it's running under your street, the negativity kind of comes out for sure. Yeah, the vibes.
And they haven't really met Mike. We've talked about him a lot.
Okay.
He's the one who lives in the farm, like up the street.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike Hanlon. But he like, so
He's the African American kid.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think so, yeah. And
Because
so-
he joins their group later. He like
yeah,
moves to
hasn't-
town,
they
right?
haven't talked
Didn't he
about
move
him
to
yet.
town recently, I think?
No.
He's the one that stayed in town when the kids all
Yes.
left, though. He's
Yes.
like running the local paper or
Yeah,
something,
he
right?
stays there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike. Yeah, so it's Mike, Bill, Ben, Beverly, Richie. Is there a sixth
Eddie.
one?
Eddie.
And Eddie. Yeah.
I
like
knew
Eddie.
that one.
Eddie's pretty funny.
Ooh, yeah.
Eddie and
Clive
Richie's
Barker is another writer, filmmaker who does creepy horror for sure.
But
Robert G. always aware on that stuff.
Daddy.
Adrian, what's going on this morning, man? Good to see you.
Great water.
Gray water? I don't know what that means.
It's in the book.
it's in the book. Plus,
Okay,
there's like
I
a
don't
funny
remember.
scene in the movie where they talk about it.
Okay.
Anyways. But yeah,
So
The-
good so far. You prefer the younger kid stuff. You like Beverly and you like Bill as your favorite characters. Okay. Any parts that you read that really scared you? You were like, oh my gosh,
oh, there's that.
super creepy.
Yeah, back here.
I mean, don't get into like gory details to freak people
I
out
won't.
because we do have kids that watch.
So his name's like, it's the story of like Eddie Corcoran. I don't know exactly what
Uh-huh.
he pronounces
So
that.
from the past, this is when it was there long ago.
Yeah, I think
Right?
so, yeah.
I think I remember that bit.
But
It's been so long since I've
Oh
read
my
this. It's been
God.
kind of an eye-opening thing. Too much of a wuss to watch horror flicks. Don't like the super violent stuff. And I get it, Lady Fantastic. I get it.
yeah, here. It's just like a bunch of news articles about this guy.
Who's reading them?
No one.
the
They're
kids
just-
or the
they're just
adults?
found. There's no
Oh.
reading. They're just, it goes through all these different
What are the
articles.
dates on the articles? Look back at the beginning. They give you
It's
dates.
1960, 1958. So
So it would have been
it's
around the same
there.
time. It's not like it's long ago. This
Yeah.
would have been around the same time that Bill lost his brother, or just before. Right? Huh.
Dude, his trauma, I was crying the other day because he was
What
looking.
Bill has been going through?
Yeah, because he was
Yeah.
looking through the photo album and like crying, and I was like, "Oh, dude,
Yeah, Bill-
in my feels."
That's
How
why
do you-
Bill
how
is
do
the
you,
main
like-
character. Yeah.
How do you explain that to your parents?
What?
They have to explain it to you. I don't understand. Like what he doesn't.
He
He
doesn't know that the monster
he doesn't. He
killed
can't.
Bill-
Yeah, he doesn't know the
Georgie.
details of what happened to Georgie. He just knows that his brother's gone, and his parents think it's a a horrible tragedy. They don't. Nobody is really acknowledging the monster in the room, right? Read the book. Oh, so hey, I wanted to mention to you a Friends thing, because there's a Friends connection to it. I think it's it. It's not The Shining. I think it's it. There's a joke that every year Joey reads it. That it's like one of his favorite scary books, and when it gets too scary, he puts it in the freezer
Why?
because then he can close the door and can put it away, and he doesn't have to worry about it. And then later he can come and get it back out again. He reads it and then puts it in the freezer.
It's gonna be all cold.
When he tells this to Rachel, who's his roommate at the time, they're living in the same apartment together. Rachel says, "Oh, I'm this." She's like, "I read Pride and Prejudice, which is a Jane Austen, turn of the century England kind of love story." And she says sometimes that gets so sad. No, it's not Pride and Prejudice. It's Little Women. Same kind of idea though.
It's The Shining.
It's The Shining. Darn it. And the idea though is they swap books for a year.
Yeah.
And so he has to read Little Women and she has to read it The Shining. And you see her running to the freezer and like throwing the book in and slamming it. And then he's reading it. He's like, I don't know if she's going to live. He's reading this like sad, story, and there's like a character who's passing away, and she's like, "Do you want to put it in the freezer?" Yeah, put it in the freezer. And now they're putting Little Women in the freezer. It's a very cute look at the way stories can sort of emotionally impact us. I thought it was very cute. What's up, Manny?
But yeah, I had to reread this part about 5 different
What's
times.
going on, my
'cause
man?
I was like really disturbed by it.
Thanks, JP.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some disturbing bits. I don't want you to describe any of those for sure. Pennywise was under my bed.
That whole
Adrian's like,
chapter.
I was sure Pennywise was under my bed. Watch out for Pennywise.
Mm.
Sheena with a $5 super chat saying happy birthday to Kate. What is going on, Sheena? It is good to see you. Let's see what we got for you here.
Let's do
Thank you.
robots.
You want to do the robot?
It's down. It's down.
This one right there?
No, robots with Darth Vader.
Oh, this one. Okay.
We have to make friends, and do you still know how to make friends?
I've never had any friends.
Well, you have robots.
You do have robots. And we'll do a little hula for you, Sheena.
Kate goes more like this.
That is a great quote from the episode when she tells him about Little Women. He's like, well, let me ask you, these little women, how little are they? Are they like scary little? Great quote.
I don't get that.
What's up, Tyler? Shattered Glass, the other half of Whack Comics. What's going on? I got to hang out with your partner the other day because I think I joined the stream right after you had left, Tyler, but good to see you, my man. After watching The Exorcist, I was positive I was going to get possessed. Yeah, that's a scary movie.
In 4th grade?
Yeah, that's a bit early. Horror isn't ever really scary if you have critical thinking skills. Sure, but that's the whole point. They transport you away from logic and into this story where you can't,
What are
get away from
critical
it.
thinking skills?
I feel like it's my birthday. Hey, it's everybody's birthday. Celebrate.
Okay, Dad, what are critical thinking skills?
Critical thinking is the ability to look at something and break it down and understand how to solve problems.
Like you.
Ooh, that's very complimentary of you. Thank you about that.
What was that?
I was expecting a burn, like a shot fired. You have the Ladies Watch the Wheel of Time. Yeah, there's a new show on Amazon Prime that's based on a series of fantasy books, kind of like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones kind of world, dragons and magic and things. I've read the first few novels in the Wheel of Time, really powerful, but it just got too complicated. I couldn't keep up with it. But I hear good things about the series. All right, so there's Kate's mini review, and when she finishes it, we'll dive into it and see where she's going to go from here.
My only policy is that I'm never going to watch scary movies on my own. Like, if I'm living in
Well,
house
my
and
goal
it's
is to get to a place where next summer Perry's trained me and we can do some reaction videos because my girls have never watched any horror movies, but they're getting to the age, Charlie's going to be 12 next summer, at the end of next summer. Kate's 14 now, where like you could try a few, break them in on some horror classics. So we might do some reaction videos next summer. I just got to get a computer that can handle it. I got to learn some of the tech stuff from Perry. He's been really, really helpful breaking some things down for me. So that might be our goal next fall, is to maybe dive into some of that and let the girls see some classic horror movies for the first time. And then you all can go with them for that ride as they're now old enough to kind of try some of that stuff. Now, yes, Lady Fantastic. Charlie is a big Hitchcock fan. And we've watched Rear Window with the murder across the apartment to the next apartment. He's in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
You've watched North by Northwest. Remember where they think he's one guy, but he's not that guy.
Yeah.
And then they climb across the Mount Rushmore, all the president faces.
Yeah, because they're hiding.
Right. And what other ones have you seen? We haven't seen Psycho yet. That's a little too scary. Haven't seen The Birds, but you've seen a few of Hitchcock's great movies.
Yeah.
We have not gone any further than that. Yeah, haven't done those three. Definitely haven't done those three yet. Oh, Little Shop of Horrors is a great one. And we have seen that. We watched that a month. We're not going to go? Suddenly Seymour is standing beside you. Rope is a great one, and Perry's reaction to Rope was still one of my favorites that he's done on his channel. Really underappreciated Hitchcock movie. But yes, we've treaded lightly into the waters of Hitchcock and thrillers, but not into like traditional horror movies yet. And I really want to get to a good place where we can watch a bunch and then end it all by watching Scream #1. Because that movie, for me, you have to have watched a bunch of horror movies to sort of get Scream at its peak. It's still one of my all-time favorite horror movies, but it's like if you haven't seen Halloween or Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, it just doesn't work on that same level for me.
Well, let's watch Friday the 13th today. And plus, we're also
You go downtown. You go downtown. Such a good song. So many good songs. So many good songs.
Not allowed to sing on YouTube.
We can sing, just not the full song, and we can't use the like actual music like from the movies or anything like that. Yeah. Ooh, Universal monster movies. That's a great point. So John's talking Universal, the studio, in the old days were famous for making horror films. So Wolfman, Frankenstein, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon. They were famous for all of their horror films. And they started those movies out making those characters super popular. So the old black and white Dracula, the old black and white Frankenstein movies that are really a little cheesy, but like so iconic, right? That's a great place to start. JP says, I love thrillers and could care less about most horror films. I get it.
He likes Scream, though. He said.
You're speaking my language right there. I agree, Perry, but you got to see #1. I feel like you have to see Friday the 13th #1, if only for the fact that it's Kevin Bacon's very first movie. He's got he started. He was not starring in that, but he's in that. Jaws. Yes, Jaws would make the list for sure.
#4.
I'm not ready for that.
No, Jaws 4 is an absolute travesty of a movie. Jaws 4 is called The Revenge, and it is easily one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I would say top 5 worst movies. Michael Caine, hard pass. Wow. I hope he got a ton of money for that. Cash the check. Cut the check.
Get that bag.
Cash the money.
Yeah. All right. We need to wrap this up. I don't know that I have any other books that I want to. Well, you know what? I want to mention a DC book while people are still here. I've been enjoying Deathstroke Incorporated, and this is legit. Deathstroke riding on a unicorn. This happens in the issue. Like, I am all about this book. I think it's got a great tongue-in-cheek kind of sense of humor. I've been enjoying this Deathstroke. So it's Joshua Williams and Porter. I'm not sure the artist's first name, but this was a hilarious backwards, upside down kind of issue. And yeah, just very enjoyable. So yeah, good love it. Who doesn't want to see Deathstroke ride a unicorn?
Me.
This is why I paid my $4. I wanted Deathstroke riding a unicorn, and I got it. Did I miss your super chat, Adrian? I thought I got you. Did I miss it? I'm sorry, man. Happy birthday. Let me drop you some brain. I'm sorry, man. Let's give you
the chat goes super fast, dude.
Sometimes, yeah. But here, let's do this. And some puppy time. So very sorry about that, Adrian. There you go. You got some puppy. You got Riley time. And to Tyler's point, we watched Hawkeye #1. We'll do a quick run-through review of Hawkeye episode #1. No spoilers, really, but we're going to watch episode 2 hopefully in the next couple of days. So, Charlie, what did you think of the first episode of Hawkeye? Thumbs up. That's it? Okay. Kate, what did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I kind of like it kind of went kind of fast, I feel like.
Okay.
And I liked it. But the girl at the beginning who played her when she was younger was a really bad actress.
The girl who played
younger version
of Kate Bishop didn't care for her.
No.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, I don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
What's up, TM? Thank you, brother. Let's try. Let's see what have we done here. What haven't we shared yet? We've done this one in a while.
I love that one.
And this one. So didn't care for young Kate Bishop, liked the show. The first episode is really a Kate Bishop episode. Like there's a ton of Kate Bishop in that.
Yeah.
I hear the second episode is more Clint Barton
I have a
focused
question.
because now they've kind of met up. What's your question?
Do you have like little? I don't want to bookmark them. Do you have like little spots I can write little notes on?
Yeah, I've got little tags for you we can add.
Okay.
I think every week you do the show, you should look a week older.
We
No.
all look a week older.
Well, that's logic. I mean, I try not to, I guess, but yeah.
I'm not that old.
So for me, I really enjoyed episode 1. I know a ton of people that wanted more of the Matt Fraction comic book, which I totally get. But obviously, I went into it knowing this Hawkeye and the Hawkeye in the Fraction comics are very different. The Hawkeye in the comics is a single guy who's dating lots of ladies, never really wants to settle down. The Hawkeye in the show, in the movies, married, family guy, you know, very different characters. So it's going to be impossible to recreate it perfectly. But I thought they did a good job of taking the elements they could keep, meaning the dog, the jumpsuit mafia guys, the sense of humor. I think they did a great job with all of that. And then the intro music's art stuff is very David Aja, really, really great. So for me, it was enough. It was enough of the influence. And Matt Fraction is an executive producer or something like that on the show. So for me, I felt like it was enough of that. I would certainly be happy if they kept adding more and more as they went along, but we'll see. I really expect in my soul a pizza dog episode that's like silent because it's all from the dog's perspective. I want that episode, please. So I really want that. If they do that, it'll be enough for me personally. Let's see here. Big Will says, I watched a review of some people that hated it and their reasoning was just stupid. I mean, I can kind of agree with that some people's expectations of what the show is going to be versus what it is, they've got to balance that out. You know, I think that's the reality.
Said it says they said it at 9:29. It's 9:28 at our house. That means our clock is off.
All right. There you go. All right. So we are going to get out of here so we can watch. Apparently, we got to watch an episode of Hawkeye and Gremlins
right now.
at point this weekend. We are going to get out of here and get our day going. I want to thank you all for coming by and hanging out with us and all the birthday wishes and all the crazy super chats. So thank you all for coming and hanging out, and we will see you next Saturday. Happy birthday, Kate.
Thank you.